My corsairs whisper your name, Guardian. You have found yourself an adversary in Xivu Arath, and a cunning opportunist in Clovis. Yes, we are always watching. A protective eye to precede an assisting hand. I bring information. With Nezarec out of play, our enemies pursue a killing stroke. Aramis has yet to resurface, but in her absence, agents of Xivu Arath swarm Europa. House Salvation seems to be assisting them in despoiling Clovis Bray's installations. While I've yet to discern an exact strategy, Anna and I agree they may be trying to wrest control of the Warmind's power on the Witness's behalf. I fear they're forging inroads for an invasion. Xivu Arath's forces mobilize within the Ascendant Plane. My scouts report her hive prepare to assault the Warmind's bunker on the moon. The submine that rests there is in danger. Shape this knowledge into deathly intent for our enemies, and the Warmind may yet be restored. Xivu Arath encircles your moon with sharpened blades. She strikes at a Warmind facility beneath the crust. Her armies amass within the Ascendant Plane, clawing at an ever-thinning dam. She makes no attempt to hide.
That's definitely a power move.
Let her brandish her weapons. We will retrieve the submine's core before the bulk of her forces can react and leave them nothing. Today, Xivu Arath suffers a defeat.
All right, Guardian. This is a smash and grab. Smash some hive, grab a chunk of submine.
And live to tell the tale.
Cryptoliths.
Slay the Wrathborn, and they will wither.
Xivu Arath's battle song emboldens her soldiers. End it.
That did it. Hatch opening, and setting that perimeter tower to friendly. You're welcome. Mara, Xivu Arath is supposed to be a razor-sharp strategist, right? She's got the numbers to win. Why doesn't she use them?
To ferry one's form between the planes requires an indomitable will, and even then, it is dangerous.
To transfer an army, then, would prove an impossible task.
Nearly. But Keitel claims it has been done. Over Tora Bottle.
Scorn on the moon is a first. They shipping these in from Savathun's throne world?
No, these Scorn have not passed through the Ascendant Plane. They were exhumed locally.
Oh, operator, would you mind patching me into that console? This cipher structure is prehistoric. It's just endless data nesting in data. Who designed it like this? Oh, Rasputin did. That tracks. Cracked it. You and Ghost are clear to move. Vault security's getting overridden. Another cryptolith?
No. A dark presence tethers itself here. Not Hive. It seeks connection with the submind.
Guardian, you're on the clock. Knock out that security and I'll get the vault open. We need that submind core.
Is all this technology weaponry?
Not quite. Every submind has a memory center. All this is Malahayati. It was Rasputin's favorite. Sort of like a protege.
Perhaps this submine will be a source of answers then.
Only if we seize it before the Scorn corrupt it.
Vault open. All right, Malahayati, here we come.
It is here. A Scorn mind is tethered. I cannot see into it.
Go, Guardian. Waste no time removing it.
That shields the nanite screen. Shrugs off most things. A power surge will disrupt it.
That Scorn. Her armor. She served as captain, a marksman under Aramis.
Risen as a nexus of Xivu's control here, to exert her will on the submine. If that's what it was doing.
To defile Aramis's house. This is not an act of desperation. It is punishment. Nevertheless, This victory will disrupt Xivu Arath's hold over the Scorn on Luna.
At least for a while. I've got Mala's core packed. Exfil incoming.
Go. I still hold questions that require answers. Time will tell what they are.
Kaido's forces tried to secure this facility ahead of us, but they weren't able to make it past the towers. Keep out of sight.
When the Warmind is fully restored, we'll need this location to access the orbital station and its Warsat network. When the Warmind is fully restored, we'll need this location to access the orbital station and its Warsat network.
I know. One step at a time. I know. One step at a time. All right. You're at the bunker entrance. No idea what internal defenses are like. Stay alert.
Look at the state of this facility. It's an absolute travesty. I've re-established level 1 security clearance. Opening the door for you, Guardian.
Power situation down here is pretty bleak. Our enemies are harvesting arc energy from the reactor. You'll need to restore power to the inner doors to press forward. This place really is in rough shape, isn't it?
You should be able to remove the main reactor up ahead. I think the facility will hold together.
You think? Oh, I've read about this from Crow's field reports. If you stand in those pools of soulfire, the energy should let you bypass those hive shields.
The console should be activated now. It will allow you to restart the facility's auxiliary reactor.
Auxiliary reactor is online and the station is powered up. Gonna make it look like we were trying to find some information in the digital archives here.
I've taken the liberty of preparing a power reroute switch for the launch authorization systems. Though it appears Rasputin has changed the launch codes. I'm locked out.
We'll hit that next time. Keep the baddies guessing until we're ready to make our move. Good work, Guardian. Let's get you out of here before reinforcements arrive.
2 submine cores in the bag, and launch pods scouted. So, we're making progress. Ikora officially wants us wrangling this situation. She'd like Osiris in a hands-off role, but he's watching Clovis like a judgmental hawk. It's kind of adorable, actually, and I'm here for it. We got lucky, touching down on Europa when we did. Rasputin could have predicted this, maybe even prevented it. If Xivu Arath acts on the Witness's orders and uses the Warsat network against us, it doesn't even need full power to cause an extinction-level event. We're making progress. Just keep saying it, Anna. Repeat it until it is real. You too, Guardian. We're gonna manifest this together.
Of course, Rasputin changed the launch codes. That blasted paranoid machine. I never understood Anastasia's obsession with teaching the Warmind independent thought. That only made it more difficult to control. No matter. I will find the new launch codes eventually. But the station will prove useless if we do not rebuild Rasputin first. Even with the Malahayati submine reintegrated into its AI core, the Warmind is incomplete. We must find another source of data. I will put my mind to the task. In the meantime, continue retrieving submine data from the vaults that we know remain intact. And do try to minimize the damage to the surrounding equipment. It is still Bray Tech property after all.
Working late.
Aren't you?
Zane wants to know if you'd like some tea, coffee, whatever it is you drink.
That's thoughtful of him.
I used to say the same thing. How thoughtful, thank you, Saint. Except I never looked up, not once. My eyes were on my fingers stained with ink. The smudges on the margins of my work. I cared more about my findings than the tea cooling beside me. Or the feelings of the man who made it. You're not listening.
I am listening.
Then listen well. Your work will outlive you. The people around you might not.
One day you're going to wake up, assuming you've even slept at all, and realize that the world is a very different place than the last time you remembered to look at it. You will abruptly, viscerally regret the absence of something as small as a single cup of tea. So I ask you again, what would you like to drink?
Oolong. With a spot of honey.
A spot of honey. Why am I not surprised?